Hello, welcome. It's Abedi's Kitchen. It's the week before Christmas, and it's not a Guyanese Christmas without Pepperpot. Today, I'll be making some beef Pepperpot. For this recipe, you'll need beef, casreep, an absolute must in this recipe, brown sugar, cinnamon, clove, pepper, and dried or fresh thyme. Now, pepperpot is a very popular Christmas dish in Guyana, and it is commonly made with meat such as pig trotters, cowheel, all the gelatinous stuff, the cow tail. That is what makes the pepperpot. This is a thick, rich, fatty stew that is made with the casreep, and this is the juice from the yucca or the cassava plant that is being prepared into a rich, thick sauce that gives the pepperpot its distinct dark black color and taste. I have here my beef, which I've seasoned like 2 days ago, and I just seasoned it with salt, black pepper, and a little bit of casreep and some adobo. Now, this is not necessary, but this is just my way of doing it to add some more flavor in this recipe. And I use beef because I like the texture and the taste of it, and I don't like the cow heel or anything like that, so that is why I'm using beef. And I've chosen some nice fatty piece of meat, so I'm going to get that nice fatty stew to dip with my bread. So I'm making my recipe today using my pressure cooker, and you can do this in a pot if you don't have a pressure cooker, but I want to speed this up so that I could, get this video done. So I'm adding in about 2 tablespoons of oil. This is only because I'm using beef, but if you're using the cow heel and the cow face and all that gelatinous fatty stuff, you don't need to put that. And I'm just gonna give my meat a little frying up here, just to remove some of that extra liquid, because I want the casreep to really add the flavor into this. Now, into my hot oil, I'm adding in my pieces of seasoned beef. So after about 5 minutes, my meat is starting to release some of its liquid and juices. And now I'm going to add all of the other seasonings. My pepper, my one wiri pepper, and I know it's called Pepperpot, but I'm not putting a lot of pepper because my kids have to eat this. Clove and thyme. And the star of the dish, my casreep, and this you can get at any West Indian store. Now I'm just going to average this out because I like my pepperpot to be thick and rich and, very dark color. I'm going to give this a nice stir to incorporate everything here. Give it a smell. Oh, it's smelling good already. And my sugar. Now I'm not going to add a lot of sugar here as yet. When I'm done with the cooking, when this is finished in the end, then I will check. So I'm just adding in a little bit, about a cup of water, and this is just to prevent it from burning at the bottom in the pressure cooker. Now I'm going to cover this and let this pressure for 15 to 20 minutes on medium, and the meat should be soft and tender and juicy. If you don't have a pressure cooker, you could always do this in a nice tight sealed cover pan, and it will be just as good, except you will have to boil it for maybe about an hour or so, and then you will have it ready. So after 20 minutes, I've allowed my pressure cooker to release some of the steam, and I'm going to be checking on my pepperpot. Now this pepperpot stew is looking really good here already. The smell with the cinnamon reminds me that Christmas is in the air. And now I'm going to taste for salt and sugar and casreep and adjust accordingly. I'm adding a little bit more casreep in here, and I'm using the Pomeroon casreep, so this is very rich and thick and viscous, and it is very potent. I'm going to give it a mix, and now I'm going to add my sugar the remaining because I've tasted and it needs some more. I've also adjusted my salt. I've added a little bit of goya adobo in here, and this is optional. It's going to add some flavor. And now I'm going to let this simmer to thicken and become more tender, and the pepper pot will be ready. Now my meat has been simmering here for the past 15 minutes, and I'm going to test a piece of it, and as you can see, that's nice and tender. So I'm gonna leave this to simmer, and traditionally the pepper pot is boiled and simmered over slow heat, so it tenderizes, it develops a flavor. And as the days progress, that is why we make this the week before Christmas. As the days progress, 2, 3, 4 days, this dish is going to develop some intense flavor and taste, and it's going to be so good. And every day, every morning, you want to like warm it up, boil it, bring it back up to a boil, to a simmer, and it's ready. So this is how I'm going to be doing it until Christmas, and we're going to be eating this, I guess, a little bit every day until it's finished. And here you have it, our delicious beef pepper pot. Now traditionally this is eaten with bread, and here I have my loaf of flat bread, and you usually just break into the bread with your hand. That's the way it's done, and you dip it or mop up that nice sauce, the darkness, and that's what you're going for. Now this is a really delicious meaty stew that Guyanese usually make at Christmas time. It is delicious, it is flavorful, it is unique, it is distinct because of its dark color and the casreep and the flavor profile. So do give this recipe a try. Oxtail or pork is an excellent substitute for making pepper pot as well. All of the measurements and ingredients will be listed in the description box below. Give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and have a very merry Guyanese Christmas from Abby's Kitchen. Enjoy. Bye-bye.
Happy holidays!